Hey guys, this is Kathy with Motivate with K.A.T, and I create training courses for enrollment management as well as their advisors. Sorry, I'm still eating breakfast. Yes, I am a late eater. When you have a 1-year-old, you get it when you can. So this is something that I have to discuss that's super important, and I've seen it too many times in my career as an advisor, as a director, as a regional, as a coach, as a trainer. Too many advisors are throwing enrollments at the wall and praying that they're going to stick. That does not work nowadays. It really never has. But now more than ever, schools are competing like they never have before. So you really have to think about how your team is communicating with these prospects. Back in the day, yes, a lot of schools were all about numbers. It was about getting them in when you can. Just enroll. But was that ever the right way to operate? No, because now you're going away from really thinking about the prospect and just more concerned about how many enrollments your school can bring in. This is why I always stress how important leadership second interviews are. I know that your schedules are so busy, but you have to find the time, and you don't have to do it the same day. You can easily text them, email them, pick up the phone, and just call them for 5 minutes. And just a quick note, that second interview should be no longer than 5 to 7 minutes. They just sat with your advisors for over an hour. They don't want to spend the day with you. But the reason why it's so important, because there's so many times that I've done second interviews and the advisor came to me super excited and pumped. They're like, oh my gosh, the student, she's ready to get started, until I start my question. And they were really simple questions. As far as childcare, we have classes that are starting in the next couple of weeks. This person hasn't even considered who's going to be watching their kids because they're so excited to start school. What about transportation? A lot of you guys are operating virtually. Do they have high-speed internet? Do they have the resources to be able to get their work completed? That's what we should be thinking about. Are these students going to be successful? It's all about sustainability. It's not about, okay, let's try to get these enrollments in, because you're doing them a disservice if you just get them enrolled. But they're never able to start. You have some prospects that may start, and guess what? By week 2, they're gone. And they're not picking up their calls either. They're not picking up your calls either, because one thing that you guys don't understand, prospects respect advisors who are truthful to them and who act with integrity. As an advisor, despite all the competition, there are students I used to turn away because it just wasn't the right time for them. They have to make sure that they close all those doors before they open another one. And that's super important. But being a part of enrollment management, you guys got to jump in there and really find out what's taking place during these first interviews. Like I said before, you can send them a quick text message, an email, pick up the phone, do a Zoom call. It doesn't matter. It's only 5 to 7 minutes, but you need to get the most important questions out the way, because the worst feeling is thinking that you have X amount of students getting ready to start school, and a couple of days before, guess what? More than half of them are gone. They're not responding to text messages, emails, they're diverting your calls, okay? You all know that students nowadays, they're all on their cell phones. If you're not getting a text back, guess what? They're not coming. All right, so just consider it. It doesn't have to take long, but the more that you are a part of the enrollment process, you will start to see your start rates increase. Just saying.